Hi, I'm Michael Kourosh. I live in Santa Barbara, California, one of the most beautiful places on earth. My design center is where people come to reimagine their homes and spaces. I work with the best designers, clients with broad tastes, and experts who navigate the fascinating world of design. I'm always excited to learn something new, and I never say no to a challenge. This is Design Santa Barbara. Welcome to Design Santa Barbara. I'm Michael Kourosh, and today we are in Santa Barbara Design Center, heading south to Montecito, California, visiting my dear friend and noted interior designer, Leesa Wilson Goldmuntz. It's a beautiful day, and for a change, we have some rain. Let's go see what she has to show us.
Michael, come in out of the rain.
Good morning, Leesa. How are you? So good to see you.
I'm well. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Good.
This is a historic building here, isn't it?
So we're on Olive Mill Road today, and this is the house, which was originally an olive factory that Olive Mill Road is named for.
Olive Mill is named after this place.
The Olive Mill.
Okay, that's very interesting. I was wondering what was that about all these years. Now this is Olive Mill.
The Olive Mill that Olive Mill Road is named for.
That's incredible.
1893.
1893.
1893.
That's ancient for our town.
I was so excited to be able to welcome you here because it's one of those things that we love about our little town. We have really wonderful historic buildings, and this is one of the first ones in Montecito.
Beautiful. Well, I'm excited to see what you have done to it. It must be exciting that you are in it, and thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Let's go into the living room. We'll do a little tour of the main floor.
Let's do it.
This wonderful living room is old quarried stone. Big, huge ceilings, lights. You can see the board and batten up at the top. It's light-filled, even on this gray day, and just such a great big space. It's one room over here, one room over here. You can entertain 15.
I was going to say, for an old house, this is a big room.
Really big room.
And tall.
And well, that goes back to the original purpose of the mill. The rooms are very large, as you'll see as we go through, because they needed space for production. But it also makes a really wonderful home.
Very true. And I like these stones in the top. It makes you like you're back in Rome or someplace.
Well, and you'll see as we go through, some of the stone has been painted and some of the stone is natural, and it really lends to making it a home and feeling sort of this warmth.
It's beautiful. I like that. And the way you did laid it out, I was looking at it when I walked in. You have the opposing exact sofas each other.
Right.
So it's actually symmetrical, although they're a little bit different.
Well, and I think in an old home, to make it for today's living, there's a book in the entrance that says from classic to contemporary. We put in modern art because it helps people understand, oh, I can live in an old home. It doesn't have to feel like grandma's furniture. It can feel like contemporary furniture, Fortuny fabric, next to really great modern abstracts.
Now you made me think maybe I should take the book home because I live in a grandma's home. And I kind of like it, actually. I don't know.
It's what suits you.
I
if
know.
you want to live in grandma's house, you go ahead. I won't judge.
was born a grandma. All right, so where do we go from here?
Let's go into the dining room because there's one of the original huge fireplaces, which is so pretty.
All right, yes. Okay, we are at the dining room. My second favorite room in the whole house.
We have in this room this massive fireplace, and you'll see there's a companion on the other side of the wall. This is a huge center fireplace. What a cozy place for dinner. You can look up at the San Ysidro Mountains and you can have a little cocktail because you've got 20 people in the living room, so you're like, well, here, you're gonna need a drink.
I like what you did here. It would be really difficult to make this room if you had a rectangular table or even a round table. This is very clever of you. You got an oval shape, so it goes everywhere and is a stretch. It's very nice. I have to hand it to you.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Good job.
Thanks. It's a fun room because it does have this fireplace, which takes pride of place. And then you can imagine with people here, it's just so nice. And especially on a rainy day, what a great place to have a dinner.
Too bad we don't have too many rainy days, but yes, like today we could have dinner here. I will sit here next to the bar.
No one will be surprised.
All right, sounds good. So where do we go from here?
Let's go to what used to be the dining room, which is now an amazing family room.
Okay, and I take it.
Head that way.
All right. This is very light and airy, Leesa.
It's such a great room, which is why we've made it into a family room, because what a wonderful place to just snuggle up. Big, huge fireplace again.
Yes, the same as the
other side. And this is what I mentioned earlier about the painted stone versus the original. This is where you can see the original pointing and the details. Some of it's been painted, but this is just such a gorgeous honor of the house, I think.
It is beautiful. It's rare to see actually real stone in new homes, but it's a treat you. And the windows are big, the doors are big, everything is big.
Well, again, it used to be a mill, so this was a processing room. Then it became a dining room. Now it's a family room, from classic to contemporary, with furniture that I think is just really comfortable. And sit and snuggle with a kid and read a book.
Beautiful linens you did there is incredible, looking nice. And what a beautiful rug. Oh my God, where'd you get that? Oh my goodness.
I believe I got this at the Santa Barbara Design Center.
Oh, those guys have nice rugs, yes. It's a beautiful rug, actually. I like it. We know you are one of the very few designers that 100% every single time you get it right. And
oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
You taught me once. You said, you start from grounds up, which is true. And this is a beautiful rug and makes the room, believe it or not, I think is one of the biggest pieces you have. And
this is a very big rug. I think it's 23 by 16, something like that. But that gives you the idea of the rooms just have to be honored. You can't put tiny furniture. You can't put a lot of tiny furniture to make it feel bigger. You put big pieces that help ground the space so it doesn't feel too cold and big.
And as you said, classic with modern. It's a classic called rug with all the no colors, but it looks beautiful with your painting there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So now, from here, kitchen, butler's pantry, which I love. And then, again, an old house, so it was originally a housekeeper's room. We've made it into a bedroom.
Oh, let's see it. Kitchen was exciting.
Your favorite room?
Yes, my favorite room in the whole house.
This kitchen is so bright and light and was recently redone for, again, to suit today's living in the way that families need a place to gather. Brand new electrical appliances and a really beautiful center island so that everybody can just hang out. Just so pretty, and again, a really good use of a very big old space made for today. I think old-time Santa Barbara people will also recognize the Olive Mill Bistro painting that has been now appropriated into this room. It did come from the old Olive Mill Bistro. Let's come through the great butler's pantry. Again, one of those things about an old home, you've got these wonderful rooms, great extra refrigerator, extra wall oven.
It's a big house.
It's a big house.
It's nice.
We're going to go now to what was the maid's room, which we've made into just a really great downstairs
Probably bigger
bedroom.
than my house. Let's check it out.
The downstairs bedroom is just such a wonderful little landing pad. It's got such wonderful light and French doors that lead out to the backyard, ensuite bath, and speaking of baths, there are 9 in the house. We won't show you all of them, but I just love this room. Now, I think we should go upstairs. I can't wait to show you.
That was a beautifully furnished first floor. I'm excited to see what she has to show us on the second floor. We will be right back after the break. This week on Michael's Minute, we're going to be talking about my favorite subject, rugs. Every designer will tell you to start from the rug up. It's the key. We have personally curated a rug collection of thousands, and with over 100 combined years of design experience, we can help you find the perfect rug for your space. And if you absolutely have to look online, go to santabarbaradc.com or rugsamore.com find the perfect rug, then come in here and see it in person. I will gladly show it to you myself. And with all our rugs 50% off, our prices can't be beat. Come into 410 Olive Street and let us help you find your rug. Today on Design FYI, we're going to talk about what not to buy when you're going shopping for rugs. Most big outlets or national chains, they sell nowadays hand-tufted rugs. This sounds like it's hand knotted, it's done by hand, but actually they are not. It's called hand-tufted and is actually a gun that rolls the wool around the warp, and they are not good rugs at all. So this is a sample we're having here for you to see. Anything that has a backing like this, flip your rugs over at home, see if it has a backing, is absolutely not good. So what it does is it hides what they did below this thing, which is a latex glue, which actually is toxin. And if you have got any rugs over the net, I hate to say it, over the net, because it's easy to sell and they're inexpensive, you buy these things over the internet. So when it comes to your house, they smell. Have you noticed that? They smell more like a gasoline or more like a diesel because they don't let the latex cure. And the latex that glues this wool to this backing smells a lot. On top of that, they shed quite a lot. The wool is cheap because they need to be inexpensive and they shed. I would not recommend you to get anything, again, that has a backing and is glued because it comes apart very easily. It is temporary. It is not a green product because they wear very quickly, end up in the fill, and just basically as a landfill junk we are adding to our planet. The things I would recommend you to get, unlike these things that have backing, is the rugs that they have nuts to them. So as what to buy, I highly recommend you to get some rugs that they are hand knotted. And how you can see, flip it to the back and you can see the knots are done individually and each one is slightly different than the next one because they're done by hand, and the intensity of the wool and the pull they have, the weaver, makes them look different. Also the sides are done by hand. That you can see very easily. If you want to buy a real rug, please come to Santa Barbara Design Center and I can gladly help you. Thank you for joining us on Design FYI, Santa Barbara Design Center, 410 Olive. This week on Michael's Minute, we are going to talk about modern and transitional rugs. At Santa Barbara Design Center, we have over 1,000 modern and transitional rugs at any given time in various sizes and colors. A modern or transitional rug can completely transform your living space. It can make a cold room comfortable or balance out an uneven contrast. We can also custom make the modern rug of your dreams, designed to your specification, taste, and color. And at Santa Barbara Design Center, we can do it faster, better, for less. That's why the top designers in the world use our modern and transitional rugs. To see our vast collection or start designing your custom masterpiece, come visit us at Santa Barbara Design Center, 410 Olive Street. We live in one of the most beautiful locations in the world. I've raised my kids here. I love it here. What we offer at Santa Barbara Design Center isn't just furniture. It's a chance to turn a house into a home. What may look like a deal online, it's very different when it shows up. It's something to be said for feeling it before it becomes part of your life. We are here to help guide you through this wonderful process. We are Santa Barbara Design Center. Come start your journey with us. Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. Today we are in Montecito, California in the original Olive Mill House with Leesa Wilson Goldmuntz. We did the first floor, it's beautifully furnished. Let's see what she has for us on the second floor.
Michael, I can't wait to show you the upstairs. You
Love to
mentioned
see.
It feels like a big house. Wait till you see the
I think it's gonna be like a gargantuous place, but let's go see it. I don't get lost, hopefully.
Come on up.
This beautiful entrance, by the way, is so nice.
Michael, primary bedroom, and it's really a suite. It's not just a bedroom. It's so pretty.
This is bigger than most apartments, my dear.
It's certainly bigger than my first apartment in New York. We have one side of the room which has this enormous bed and quite generous nightstands, a little place to take your shoes off, another little spot to read, the fireplace centers the room, and then another place to just have a nap. And I mean, who wouldn't be happy here?
You could even park your car in the corner, it's so big.
It's a room that if you have a lot of kids, you come upstairs, you close the door, and you're like, I'm good now, I can make it.
Close it, I'm not here.
It's, and again, for an old home, it's got so much light.
Yes, it is very light, yes. That's
Even on a rainy old day.
Tall ceiling, that's amazing. You said it's olive mill, but what would they do up here? I mean, this is like big, it's nice.
Well, and I think again for today's living, by painting the entire house white, it just brightens everything and it creates this neutral palette where you'll notice that we've done really contemporary photographs, great big black and whites. We're going back to that. You don't have to have a fussy old house. Even if it's an older home, it can be light and bright.
Absolutely true. Beautiful rugs you put everywhere, nice sitting area. It's very cozy actually. It's big, but it's not overwhelming. You feel like comfortable in every corner of it.
Exactly. So we're going to go down the hall to my second favorite room, and it has a little history.
All right.
Welcome to one of my favorite rooms. Again,
it's light and airy.
It's light and airy. It has a wonderful view again of the mountains. Old homes, great history. For a period in the 1980s, Lena Horn, who you may remember as a wonderful American actress, lived here and enjoyed a very nice, quiet existence, as a lot of fancy people do in Montecito. She had the fireplace as one of her very favorite areas, so she used the front area as an upstairs living room, and this was her preferred bedroom.
She used to live here?
Yes.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah. And as we've talked, we've got fireplaces everywhere. The other great thing is this room is probably 20 feet wide by 20 feet wide. It's just, all of the proportions of the house are so lovely.
Beautiful home actually, yes. And you stage this thing amazing. I mean, literally you do. It looks like somebody has been here and hired you to live here for the next 20 years and is actually staging it.
And the thing, well, thank you. A lot of the feedback we get about my company staging is that it doesn't feel staged. It feels like a real home. And we try to honor that. We try to make sure that we've got not a look, but the house has a comfort level.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I love that chest. Look at that thing, so beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go around. There's a little dressing room that she often used, and then we'll head to the other two bedrooms.
All right, sounds good.
This is just one of those great little spaces. Again, older homes often have something like this. It's a proper dressing room. There's built-in closets, a nice little place to put on your makeup, and a place to sort of, if you have the vapors, take a little break. So another of the bedrooms, again, 20 by 20, it's 400 square feet, but because the furnishings are of the right size, it feels cozy. It doesn't feel like a cold room, even again on a very gloomy day. This is the last of the 4 bedrooms on the second floor, and again, in another home, this would be big enough to be a primary bedroom. It's just a sweet little spot. I can imagine kids being in here very comfortably and doing their homework. And again, everyone has an ensuite bath, and through the hall, there's a whole guest house at the back of the house, which we don't have time for today, but at some point in time, we'll take a peek. Last up on the tour.
Let's see what it is.
Well, again, old wonderful house, 3rd floor.
I got exhausted walking this much out here. It's a big home. You gotta go up still. All right.
It's good.
I follow this. Oh yeah, that is a good surprise. Look at this.
We are way up in the roof line, and we've obviously got the trusses. What's been done is made this just such a great family space. Or if you're an artist, you can have a studio. If you want to have a Pilates place, if you want to have a gym, an office on the other side.
Poker table.
poker table.
And a bar in that corner.
And a pool table. It's just such a great space. And they put skylights in over the years, so it doesn't even feel dark. It's just this really fun.
Yeah, usually people have attics that are short, tiny little thing. Look at this, how big this is.
No, it's good. And what my favorite part is that you can see all the way down all 3 stories from the center staircase.
This is huge.
And here we are looking, if you go straight down.
Oh my gosh, this is tall.
All the pretty wood and the railing down to the entrance. And again, 2 little Harry Potter closets, a bathroom, and a wonderful place to make your own. We put a desk in because, I mean, with all the skylights, this would be such a great place to have an office, especially since more people now are working from home.
Yeah, that's very nice. And it's a big room again, very big, and you can do a lot of things. Have, you know, slumber parties.
Well, I think, again, that's why I just keep thinking it's such a great kid house. There's so many things to enjoy. And because it's a historic property, it's a wonderful place to explore. I'm sorry we can't go outside, it's such a rainy day, but magical grounds and fun little places, a basement. I mean, if I were a little kid, I would just play hide and seek all day here.
It's beautifully done. You have done a wonderful job again, and it's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice. I love what Leesa has done with this house. When we come back, I will have some more questions for Leesa. Stay tuned. How many times in the last year have you said to yourself, I really need a new sofa? Spending so much time at home lately, you deserve the most comfortable furniture. At Santa Barbara Design Center's massive showroom, we have numerous selections of sofas and sectionals that you can take home today. Or we can custom build your dream sofa. We make the most comfortable and stylish sofas and sectionals in the industry today. Just ask the top designers in Santa Barbara. They use our sofas and sectionals in their projects because they know clients are beyond satisfied with the results. For a decision as important as this, don't go online or buy from a catalog photo. Come into 410 Olive Street and let our experienced team help you find the perfect fit for your home. Trust me, you want to sit on it before you buy it. Today I would like to talk to you about rugs. 3 important things to remember when you are buying a rug. First is the size. Size is very important, and this is what you have to do your study. So if it's for a living room, I recommend to have the front legs of all the furniture to sit on the certain rug you're buying. So go measure it. Make sure you have at least a foot extended beyond the front legs. If you can afford it, get a rug that encompasses all the furniture to be sitting on it. So usually for a living room, you're talking an 8x10, 9x12, a bigger living room, 10x14, and if you want something to sit on it, 12x15 or 12x18. Second, there is a style. It is very important that the style you pick matches the house you have. Check the room. Is it a traditional house? Is it a modern house? Is it a transitional house? You pick the style matching your house and your living style. Lastly, and one of the most important steps, is the type of rug you're gonna buy. I highly recommend you to do your study and see what type of rug is good for your situation. Most rugs I recommend are hand knotted. So these are the type of rugs that they're done by hand. They're mostly natural fibers. They don't have any chemicals. They don't have any machines involved making it. They're hand knotted and they get more valuable over the time, and they're very durable and long lasting. These are 3 things to remember when you're buying a rug. Thank you for joining us. My grandfather taught me about the beauty of the rugs. Each one tells a story. Story about the person who wove it, the person who bought it, the person who inherits it, the person who treasures it. It's amazing how simply looking at an object can bring you back to a different place and time, or remind you of someone you love. At Santa Barbara Design Center, we want to help you find a rug that will travel through time with your family for generations to come. Visit us at 410 Olive Street and find your treasure today. Leesa, that was a beautiful job you did in this house. But the question arises, so what is the challenges and how do you plan to actually stage a historic house?
I think, again, what we do, especially for really good agents in town, is talk to them about who they think the buyer pool is going to be, what we want to do to honor the house, what we feel like flow should be. How do we tell people these are how you use these spaces? We know, that's why I have one of the jobs I do, that people aren't very good at imagining things. So we laid out the living room in this manner so people could understand it can take a lot of people. It's a big house. How do you entertain? So I think staging, when it's successful, shows people the highest and best purpose of each room and is a nod to who we think the house will appeal to.
I agree 100% with you. And actually, it is a very interesting item in selling a house, is the least money you can spend and get the most rewards out of it.
We know statistically that staged homes sell faster and for more money.
For more money, and because people can imagine, oh, this could be my house and how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
So you deal with a lot of real estate agents' ideas as well. What is some of the questions they have when they're selling a house or the buyers ask them, and how do you make that happen?
I think one of the main things they're always interested in is, first of all, everybody always asks the number of bedrooms, and they ask what school district it's in. And once they've gotten their needs met, nobody's really going to go look for a house if they need 5 bedrooms. They're not going to go see a 3-bedroom house unless it's a remodel. So what we often do is try to show the house in its very best light with furnishings. And that's the other question a lot of people now are asking is, can we buy everything in it? Because we love the way it looks and we're not very creative and we don't have this furniture. So the answer is always yes, for a price. It's not free. But the other answer is, which I think is perfect for you, I'm like, well, there are design places in town where you can pick up a couple of chairs. These came from your design studio.
Yeah, I do remember those, yes. You have great taste. I mean, there's a lot of these things I see from.
And, especially for rugs and for furniture, I love the fact that we have great local resources and we encourage people to use those.
Well, thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You. I love working with Leesa. She has done a marvelous job on this house. I'm excited to see what she has next for us. Thank you for watching Design Santa Barbara. See you next week.